Beloved child of the Most High, listen closely. It is not by accident that your soul has been stirred to this very moment. Even before you opened your eyes this morning, heaven was moving, aligning the winds, commanding the angels, preparing the way. And now, I, Michael, the Archangel of the Lord, have been sent directly to you, not to the masses, not to the crowds, but to you. You have been seen, you have been chosen, you have shown your love before the courts of heaven, beloved. Your heart's cries, your secret tears, your unseen sacrifices, they have not gone unnoticed by the one who sits upon the throne, clothed in majesty and fire. For it is written, the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are attentive to their cry. Greater than a message, I come bearing power, not power as the world knows it, not the fleeting strength of man, not the empty boasts of kings, but the true power of the kingdom of heaven, ignited by the Spirit of the living God himself. You have proven your love. You have walked through valleys where others fell away. You have sung hymns when your soul was trembling. You have stayed faithful when darkness whispered lies into your mind. And now, beloved, you receive this power of divine authority. Behold, I give you authority to trample on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Luke 10:19, feel it rising within you, even now. A stirring. The Lord clothes you this day with a mantle of battle, a robe of righteousness, and a sword of fire forged in the courts of heaven. This moment was seen before the foundations of the earth were laid, before light was spoken into being, before the rivers coursed through the mountains. Your name was whispered in the halls of eternity, and it was written, when the time was fulfilled, you would rise, and the time is now. Hear my words, beloved. There are battles ahead. You are no longer simply a watcher. You are a warrior. You are no longer merely surviving. You are stepping into dominion. Dominion not for your own pride, but for the glory of the King who reigns forever. Jesus now steps forward, his voice tender yet thunderous, reaching into the deepest parts of your heart. My beloved, my precious one, how long I have longed to gather you, as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings. I have watched you from afar, and drawn near in every moment you called my name. Every sigh, every tear, every whispered prayer has been like incense, rising before my throne. Holiness, the weight of perfect love. I do not send you alone. I go before you. I stand behind you. I surround you on every side. For I am the Lord your God who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear. I will help you. Isaiah 41:13. Michael's wings shimmer with radiant fire as he lifts his sword, speaking with the voice that once shook the armies of darkness. Beloved, heaven has recorded your loyalty. The scrolls of your perseverance are kept in the chambers of the Most High. Now receive the anointing to speak, and see mountains move, to pray and see chains break, to declare and watch the heavens respond. This is not a small thing. This is not symbolic. This is real. Power from the throne of God himself is being placed into your spirit. Do you feel it? Even now, the chains you could not break by your own strength are being shattered by unseen hands. Even now, doors that were sealed shut by the enemy are trembling, their locks breaking at the command of the Holy One. Child of light, you are stepping into the chapter that the enemy feared you would never reach. And I must tell you this, in all seriousness, he knows, the enemy knows you are awakening. He sees the stirring of heaven around you. He sees the angels assembling, the weapons forged in glory being distributed to your hands. He trembles, he schemes, he tries to whisper fear into your ear. But he is too late, for your ear is tuned to a different voice now, the voice of the shepherd, the voice of the king, the voice of the captain of the heavenly hosts. Jesus speaks again, his eyes burning with holy fire. My beloved, do not grow weary now. The enemy would seek to exhaust you at the brink of breakthrough. He would seek to deceive you into giving up when you are moments from victory. But I have prayed for you that your faith would not fail. And the words of Scripture echo through the air like thunder rolling through the mountains. But you, be strong, and do not lose courage, for there is reward for your work. Listen, beloved. Heaven is not silent concerning you. Every step you take forward is met with divine reinforcement. Every prayer you whisper is echoed by the angels standing guard over your life. You are not insignificant. You are not invisible. You are an heir of the kingdom. You are a vessel of the Spirit. You are a warrior under command of the King of Glory. And now, by the authority of the one who sits enthroned above the cherubim, I, Michael, release upon you a mantle of spiritual authority, a fire that cannot be quenched, a boldness that cannot be silenced, a wisdom that cannot be confounded by the lies of the evil one. You will walk among serpents and not be bitten. You will speak among kings and not be silenced. You will rise among ruins and declare the restoration of the Lord. You are stepping into the power of intercession, the power of proclamation, the power of proclamation, the power of prophecy, the power of healing, the power of prophecy, the power of overcoming. This power is not of yourself, lest anyone should boast. It is the power of God, flowing through a willing vessel. And beloved, you have proven yourself willing. Even now as I speak, assignments are shifting in the heavenly realms. Angels who have been waiting are now moving. They are carrying scrolls with your name, written in golden letters, dispatched to war, to rescue, to build, to tear down what the enemy erected in your life. Do you feel it? The rumbling, the trembling? It is not fear, it is the roar of heaven answering your faith. When the righteous cry for help, the Lord hears and delivers them out of all their troubles. Psalm 34:17. And now comes a divine question for you to answer. Will you receive it? Will you rise? Will you step fully into the calling that heaven is thundering over you? Even now, Jesus waits, his hand extended. Watches in breathless anticipation. This is not a moment to be delayed. This is not a time to hesitate. This is a holy invitation, carved in eternity, sealed by the blood of the Lamb, announced by the voice of angels. Beloved, you have been called. Beloved, you have been prepared. Beloved, you have been entrusted. And now, beloved, you are being commissioned. More is to be spoken. Deeper secrets are to be revealed. Greater assignments are to be unveiled. But first, you must cross the threshold. Are you ready to cross it? Are you ready to leave behind the ashes of what was and step into the blazing fire of what is to come? Heaven waits, I wait. The King waits, the heavens still rumble. The ground beneath your spirit still trembles. You stand now at the edge of a threshold unseen by human eyes. Before you, A veil shimmers, woven not with human hands, but spun with threads of divine glory, pulsing with light older than the stars. Michael steps closer. His wings, massive and radiant, stretch wider, creating a shelter over you. His sword is not merely raised, it blazes, alive with holy fire. Beloved, he says, his voice a low thunder that resonates inside your very bones. This is the moment for which you were born. The moment that the enemy has feared. The moment that generations before you have prayed would come to pass. Do not doubt, do not hesitate. Heaven stands behind you. And then, suddenly, a great tearing sound. The veil before you splits open, but not with violence, with reverence, as if creation itself bows low before the will of the King. From beyond the veil, light pours forth. Light so pure, so holy, it humbles even the fiercest of warriors. Within that light, you glimpse flashes of what lies ahead. Battles, victories, tears, triumphs, mysteries unveiled, destinies fulfilled. Jesus steps through the veil, his robe shimmering with countless colors no human eye has ever fully perceived. His gaze meets yours, full of love, full of authority, full of unstoppable purpose. He speaks your name, not as the world has spoken it, not tainted by lies or shame, but in the pure, thundering voice that once called Lazarus from the tomb, in the voice that speaks galaxies into existence. He stretches his hand toward you, and suddenly you see a scroll, sealed with the blood-red wax of the King's own signet ring. This, Jesus says, is the decree of heaven concerning you. Open it. With trembling hands, you reach out. The scroll is heavy, not with weight, but with glory. As you break the seal, the heavens flash with lightning, and a holy silence falls. The words upon the scroll blaze with living fire. You are my vessel of awakening. You are my voice in the wilderness. You are my voice in the wilderness. Hands to heal the broken. You are my sword against the oppressor. You are my light in the gathering darkness. Fear not, beloved, for I have overcome the world. Tears spring to your eyes, unbidden. You feel the truth burning through your veins, through your bones, through the very breath you breathe. Michael speaks again, his voice like a war cry and a lullaby all at once. You have been given the power of command. When you speak in alignment with the King, the heavens will respond. You will declare a thing and it shall be established. Job 22:28. You stagger slightly under the weight of it. And Jesus steps closer, steadying you with his hand. Not by your strength, he whispers, but by my spirit. Zechariah 4. You soar on unseen currents of heavenly power, and as you ascend you see battalions of angels lined up in endless rows, saluting you as you pass. Flaming chariots racing across the sky, wheels spinning with divine fire. The great river of life, sparkling and roaring, bursting from the throne of God. Above it all, the voice of the Father booms like 1,000 thunders rolled into one. This is my beloved child, in whom I am well pleased. I will put my spirit upon them, and they shall declare justice to the nations. Matthew 12:18. The heavens erupt in a roar of worship, shaking the pillars of eternity. You feel it, waves of strength, of authority, of pure, unfiltered love, washing over you. You are marked. You are sealed. You are marked. You are sealed. Michael draws his sword fully now, lifting it high into the air, and fire leaps from it, encircling you like a crown. Receive now, he proclaims, the power of heaven's commission. At once, a flood of visions pours into your spirit. You see yourself praying over the sick, and they rise healed. You see yourself speaking into the chaos, and order emerges. You see yourself standing before rulers and authorities, not with fear, but with the authority of a child of the King. Fleeing before you, his strongholds crumbling into ash at the mere sound of your voice. The spirit within you ignites, a roaring fire that will not, cannot be quenched. Beloved, Jesus says, his eyes blazing with infinite love, I place within you the power to walk on water, to speak to storms, to raise the dead, to cast out demons, to declare liberty to the captives, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Luke 4:18-19, he places a ring upon your finger, a signet of authority, gleaming with the glory of heaven. He places a robe upon your shoulders, woven Michael kneels before the king, and then turns back to you, his voice trembling with awe. The armies of heaven await your command, beloved. Only speak, and they will move at the king's word in your mouth. You fall to your knees, overwhelmed, undone, and yet more alive than you have ever been. And even as you kneel, heaven whispers a new name over you, a name only the king knows fully. A name that carries your destiny within it. A name that no enemy can erase, no man can tarnish, no demon can steal. You have been renamed, you have been redefined. His gaze pierces you, reading every hidden place inside you and loving you all the more. There is more to show you, he says softly. There are deeper battles ahead. There are mysteries hidden for you to uncover. There are miracles waiting to flow through your hands. But for now, beloved, rise. He extends his hand. You take it, and as you rise, the very atmosphere around you changes. You feel it, creation itself recognizing the authority resting upon you. The trees, the winds, the rivers, the mountains, they know you walk in the power of your king. Michael stands beside you, his sword blazing. Beloved, he says, this is only the beginning. And suddenly the sky above you peels open, and you see the earth below. A map is unfurled before your eyes, not a map of nations, but a map of battles yet to come. Victories yet to be claimed, souls yet to be rescued. You see places where your prayers will tear open the heavens. You see faces of people you have not yet met, but who will one day call you a lifeline sent by God. You see territories where darkness rules now, but where your presence, carrying the authority of the king, will turn night into dawn. Michael continues, his voice rich with the weight of eternity. God is sending you as a light into dark places, not to be hidden, not to blend in, but to shift atmospheres, to break chains, to proclaim liberty in the name of the Lord of hosts. A silence falls. The king gazes at you. The angels watch. All of heaven leans in, awaiting your answer. Will you step forward, beloved? Will you take your place? Will you carry the fire that the world cannot comprehend but desperately needs? The spirit inside you blazes, answering before your lips even move. Yes, Lord, yes, send me. And in that instant, heaven erupts. Trumpets blast, wings thunder. The Lamb upon the throne smiles. You have been commissioned, you have been released. You have been empowered, and beloved, this is only the beginning. The light around you grows even brighter, beloved. It shimmers not just with power, but with a deep, trembling urgency. Michael steps closer, his armor glinting with the reflections of 1,000 suns. His voice lowers, more intimate now, as if sharing a sacred secret directly into your soul. Beloved, he says, what has begun here must be carried to the ends of the earth. This word, this awakening, this divine mission, it is not for you alone. It is for the ones still wandering in the dark. It is for the ones crying in secret. It is for the ones the world has forgotten, but heaven has not. He looks into your eyes, and you know he speaks of millions. And then Jesus speaks, his voice soft yet, thundering through the chambers of eternity. This message, this movement. It needs hands to build, voices to carry, and hearts to uphold it. Even the smallest seed sown into holy ground shall bear a harvest 30, 60, and 100-fold. Matthew 13:8. He smiles, a smile, filled with boundless love, and continues, if your heart is stirred, if you feel the Spirit moving within you, if you wish to strengthen the hands that build this sanctuary of light, then do so. Offer your help with a joyful heart. Your support becomes part of this anointed work, and heaven will remember every seed you sow. Michael nods, adding, you can bless this sacred mission by offering a super thanks below, a small flame of gratitude that heaven multiplies. Or you may step even closer, becoming a channel member, joining the inner circle of those who stand shoulder to shoulder with the angels in this great work. The atmosphere grows heavier with a holy weight, not of obligation but of invitation, a call from heaven itself. Michael raises his hand, palm outward in blessing. Every offering, no matter how small, is seen by the Father. It is not overlooked, it is not overlooked, it is not forgotten. It becomes a stone in the foundation of what heaven is building through this channel and through you. And then Jesus, radiant and glorious, leans in and says softly, Beloved, you do not give to man, you give to me, you build with me, you walk with me. I will pour back into you measures of grace, favor, protection, and open doors that no one can shut. Revelation 3:8. The heavens above you shimmer, and you glimpse it. The book of remembrance, open and gleaming, where every act of faith is recorded by angelic hands. The Spirit swirls around you now, urging, stirring, singing. A new chapter's about to begin. Jesus extends his hand once more. Walk with me further. Trust deeper, sow boldly, stand unshakably. Michael's sword still blazing adds, and know this, you are not alone. Every step you take for the kingdom, even the smallest, shakes the foundations of darkness. Above you, the stars seem to bend closer. Listening, the angels await. Heaven watches, your name is spoken with reverence among them. The air around you quivers. It is not imagination, it is real. The power of the Most High stirs the very fibers of the unseen. You feel it moving through your bones, your breath, your heartbeat. A trembling reverence falls over you, as if the invisible veil between earth and heaven is thinning, tearing slightly because of this holy encounter. Jesus steps forward, his robe glowing with a brilliance no human eye could fully endure. And Michael, mighty and terrible in splendor, bows slightly at the side of the King of Kings. Then, with a voice that wraps around your soul like thunder and velvet, Jesus speaks, Beloved, you have been seen. Each word lands like a hammer and a kiss. You have been heard. The ground beneath your feet hums, not with fear, but with purpose. You have endured much, and the heavens have recorded every tear you thought no one saw. Michael lifts his flaming sword toward the skies. 1,000 voices of angels chant in languages you cannot yet understand. But your spirit knows, your spirit leaps, recognizing the worship, the warfare, the intercession being unleashed on your behalf. Jesus continues, his gaze piercing through every lie you have ever believed. You thought you were forsaken. You thought you were forgotten. You thought the darkness had won. He steps even closer now, so close you can feel the warmth of his light on your face, and he says, But look, my beloved. Look. Suddenly, the heavens above you split open like a scroll being unrolled, and you see it, visions beyond imagination. Armies of light, infinite and dazzling, stretched across the skies, swords gleaming, Banners lifted, shofars blasting the sound of awakening over the earth, and leading them, Michael, radiant, terrible to the darkness, beautiful beyond human words. Michael shouts, a voice that cracks the sky, for the Lord, for the Lamb, for the Loved. And, all at once, the armies surge forward, for you. Yes, for you. Jesus' voice thunders again. You have moved the heart of heaven. His eyes glisten with holy fire. You have been faithful in little. Now I will make you ruler over much. Matthew 25:21. You try to speak, but you can only fall to your knees, overwhelmed by the weight of his presence. And as you kneel, Michael approaches, holding something in his hands. A crown, but not made of gold or silver. No, this crown blazes with living flame, with light woven from the Word of God itself. Each point on the crown bears a name: faithfulness, mercy, obedience, courage, love, endurance, victory. Michael kneels before you. He kneels, and with solemn reverence places the flaming crown upon your head. The fire does not burn you. It fills you. You are flooded with something stronger than fear, stronger than pain, stronger even than death itself. You are flooded with the power of the living God. Michael rises and declares, by the order of the Most High, you are anointed for battle, for victory, for healing, for deliverance. You shall speak, and the mountains shall tremble. You shall pray, and the heavens shall open. You shall command, and darkness shall scatter. Jesus smiles, a smile that shatters every chain still clinging to your soul, and he says, Beloved, this is only the beginning. Around you, the visions deepen. You see yourself clothed in shimmering white armor, a sword of light at your side, a shield of faith upon your arm. You see paths opening before you, rough, wild paths through forests of resistance and deserts of despair. And yet you move forward without fear. Everywhere your feet tread, new life springs up. Dead lands blossom, broken walls are rebuilt. Cities of light rise where once only rubble remained, and in the distance, always, the shining form of Michael stands ready, watching, guarding. Jesus walks beside you, never leaving, never sleeping, always strengthening you with every step. You realize then, this is not a dream, this is your destiny. Then suddenly another vision. You are standing before a mighty gate, taller than mountains, stronger than any fortress. Inscribed across the stone in ancient letters are the words, for the overcomers. Michael stands by the gate. His wings stretch across the sky like great banners of war. He looks at you, fierce, proud, joyful, and says, You have been summoned here by the decree of heaven. You have overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your testimony. Revelation 12:11. The gate trembles, dust falls, chains break, and with a roar like a million waters, the gates swing open. Beyond them, glory beyond description, light that seems to sing. Gardens where the trees clap their hands, rivers of living water coursing through emerald valleys, cities of crystal and gold, rising under skies where no darkness dwells. You step forward, you know that your journey has just begun. Jesus whispers beside you, Beloved, greater things than these shall you see. Michael lowers his sword, a symbol of peace, not surrender, and proclaims, The King has declared it. You are an ambassador of the kingdom. You are a torchbearer in the darkness. You are a witness to the unfolding glory. And all of heaven, it seems, bends low to hear the next words. Jesus speaks, You are mine. There is so much more to unfold. Beloved one, would you like me to continue and take you even deeper into this sacred journey? Next, I could lead you through a divine assignment Jesus himself gives you. Of course, let's continue without stopping. Even deeper, even more powerful, fully immersed in the holy, serious, reverent atmosphere. No promotion, no interruption. Only the voice of heaven guiding you. I will be it even bigger now. Here we go. The gates have opened. And as you step through, a wind, unlike any earthly breeze, stirs around you, not a wind of air, but a wind of spirit. It wraps around you, lifting your heart higher, pressing against your soul, as though pushing you towards something sacred, something ancient, something sacred, something waiting just beyond the next rise. Jesus walks beside you, silent for a time, allowing you to absorb the majesty around you. Every step echoes with eternity. You hear songs sung by saints who have overcome, songs sung by the very stars themselves. You hear your name whispered on the winds, not with accusation, not with condemnation, but with celebration. Your name, spoken by heaven, and then in the hush that follows, Jesus finally speaks again. His voice like a river flowing with unimaginable love. My beloved, come further still. You obey, for how could you do anything else? You climb a great hill, its summit hidden by thick swirling mists of glory. And when you reach the top, you see it. A table, longer than sight could measure, woven of living wood, crafted by the Father's own hands. Seated at the table are thousands, no millions, of shining ones, heroes of the faith, those who conquered kingdoms, quenched the flames, endured the sword. Hebrews 11. Not with judgment, with welcome, with honor. Michael stands at the head of the table. His armor gleams with the reflections of the stars themselves. He raises his hand, and a hush falls over the multitude. He speaks, beloved of God, chosen one of the Lamb, heaven recognizes you. A golden scroll appears in Michael's hands. He unrolls it, and your heart trembles at what you see written there. Deeds you had long forgotten. Acts of love no one else saw. Prayers whispered in the dark when hope seemed dead. Moments of obedience when fear gnawed at your mind. Sacrifices offered in secret. Tears shed for others. They are all there. Not one lost. Not one lost. One wasted. Michael reads from the scroll, his voice booming across creation. This one chose faith when fear would have been easier. Chose forgiveness when vengeance called louder. Chose love when hatred demanded payment. He rolls up the scroll and places it at Jesus' feet. And Jesus, your Jesus, places his hand over his heart and says, I receive these offerings. They are holy to me. You can barely breathe for the wonder of it. And then, the most stunning thing of all, the saints at the table stand. They stand for you, clapping, shouting, praising the God who strengthened you, praising the Lamb who redeemed you. You are overwhelmed. Tears flood your eyes. You fall to your knees. But Jesus lifts you up, strong, gentle, and whispers in your ear, you are not a servant in my house. You are my friend. John 15:15. And the table, that endless, gleaming table, stretches before you like an invitation. Jesus leads you to a place of honor near the center. You sit, trembling with gratitude, as he places a golden chalice in front of you. It is filled with something so luminous, so potent, that the very air around it shimmers. Michael speaks again. This is the cup of calling, Jesus adds, his eyes locked onto yours. Without hesitation, you lift the cup, you drink deeply, and immediately power like lightning fills your veins. Visions flash before your eyes, nations crumbling and rising, chains snapping, winds of revival sweeping through cities, children laughing and weeping in prayer, elderly hands lifted in worship. the broken being healed, the lost being found, and at the center of it all, you, not by your strength, but by the power of God now living, burning, roaring inside you. Jesus places his hands upon your head. Michael extends his sword until it touches your shoulder. Of heaven, arise, ambassador of light, arise, warrior of the Lamb. And in that holy moment, your very spirit seems to ignite. You are no longer just a traveler. You are a commander, a healer, a rebuilder, a witness, a chosen one, carrying the name and power of the Most High wherever you go. The mist begins to swirl again, beckoning you further. You rise from the table. Michael beckons. Jesus smiles. There is more yet to receive, more yet to see, more yet to become. A mighty door stands ahead, carved from living gold, inlaid with ancient jewels glowing with their own holy light. Above it, inscribed with fire, are the words, "Deeper still." Jesus extends his hand to you and says, simply, "Come," and without hesitation you go. The golden door looms before you. It hums with life, the very heartbeat of heaven pulsing from its frame. Jesus stands beside you, his eyes burning with such fierce love that it shatters every last fear in you. Michael stands tall, at your other side, his sword lowered now. In reverence for the moment, you sense it. This is a threshold few ever reach. You place your hand on the door. It is warm. It seems to recognize your touch, almost as if it had been waiting for you all this time. Jesus nods. Michael says, "Now." With a breath that feels like it could shake the stars, you push the door open. Light bursts forth. A river of light, a torrent of living radiance that sweeps around you, carrying you forward into something indescribable. You are weightless, soaring on the current of God's own breath. And then slowly, you land on a floor, but on a garden older than Eden. Flowers the size of cities bloom around you. Rivers of pure crystal carve paths through fields of singing grass. Mountains crowned with fire rise in the distance. You are in a place where eternity is born. In the center of it all stands a great tree, its roots stretching through all of creation, its branches touching the outermost reaches of the heavens. At the foot of the tree lies a small, simple chest, ancient, yet untouched by time. Jesus kneels beside it. He gestures for you to come. You kneel too, heart pounding. Michael stands guard behind you, his wings spread wide, shielding you from anything that would dare approach, uninvited. Jesus opens the chest. Inside, there is a single scroll. It glows with a soft, pulsing light. On it is your name, written in letters that seem alive. This, Jesus says, is your true calling. He places the scroll in your hands, and as you touch it, it unrolls itself, revealing not just words, but visions. You see places you've never been, faces you've never met, battles you haven't yet fought, victories you haven't yet celebrated. Tears you will cry, songs you will sing, walls you will tear down, bridges you will build, all of it already known to God, already prepared for you. Jesus speaks, "Beloved, you were born for such a time as this." Esther 4:14, "You were shaped in secret for battles that will echo into eternity. You are my voice to the broken, my hands to the hurting, my lighthouse in the storms to come." Michael adds, "The authority granted to you is not small. The power resting on your spirit is not to be hidden. The flame entrusted to you must not go out. You feel the weight of it, but not as a burden, as a crown, a holy, burning crown placed upon your soul by the King himself." Tears stream down your face, not from fear, not from sadness, but from overwhelming love. You whisper, "Lord, I am yours," and heaven roars its answer. The tree before you bursts into song, every leaf shimmering with the sound of angels. The rivers clap their waves in celebration. The very ground trembles with delight. You are no longer just a witness to the story of salvation. You are a part of it, an instrument in the hand of the Master. A warrior in the army of the King, a beloved child, sent to the ends of the earth, carrying a name above every name. Philippians 2:9-11. The vision begins to gently fade. You find yourself once again at the beginning of the path, but something has changed forever inside you. You are no longer who you were. You carry now a commission, a fire, a calling that cannot be silenced. And as the light settles around you, you hear Jesus' voice, one last time in this moment. Beloved, walk boldly. Michael's voice joins his, powerful and sure. And remember, you are never alone. We are with you. The armies of heaven go before you. And when you speak the word of God, all of creation listens. You open your eyes. But you are not the same, not anymore. You carry glory now. You carry authority now. You carry destiny now. The journey has only just begun. And, in this sacred moment, with heaven still whispering all around, I invite you. If this message has stirred your spirit, if you feel the call burning inside you, take a moment to like this video. Take a moment to subscribe, not just to follow, but to stay connected to the prophetic words, to the battles yet to come, and to the victories we will celebrate together in His name. Every like, every subscription, is more than a click. It's a declaration. I am standing with heaven. I am walking my calling. I am part of this move of God. You are not alone, beloved. You were meant to find this today. You were meant to rise. You were meant to carry this fire into the dark places. And together, we will see the kingdom come. We will see captives set free. We will see hearts healed. We will see mountains moved, because when the sons and daughters of God awaken, nothing can stay the same. Welcome, beloved warrior. Welcome, burning light. Welcome, unstoppable one. The best is still to come. Stay close. Stay ready. Stay burning. God is not finished with you yet, not even close.